Hey Moms on the Go, we thank you guys for watching. A 1-pan shrimp and potatoes. And that's going to be in the oven. So we have our potatoes here. We've already washed them, and the first thing we're going to do, and here's our shrimp. So we don't have very many shrimp or very many potatoes, but we don't need it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take our potatoes, and we have just these red potatoes, and we're going to quarter them. Okay, we're going to quarter them into 4s like so, and then we're going to put them in. Okay, so we're going to finish quartering them. Whoops, before what I did is I just cut it down the middle, and then I cut it down like that. Okay, then we just put them. So we're going to put our shrimp aside for a minute, and we'll just deal with the potatoes since we don't have a lot of room to work with. So again, this is a shrimp and potato bake, kind of Cajun style. Okay, that was our oven. We preheated our oven to 425, and we're going to put the potatoes in there for 15 minutes as soon as we get these done. And then we'll prepare the shrimp. And then this is like a 20-minute meal, and it's going to be good. Okay, so now that we've quartered all of our potatoes, the next thing we're going to do with that is we're going to mix up a tablespoon of olive oil, which we don't have olive oil. We're using grapeseed oil, so that's what we're going to use. And we have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So we're going to mix that together. So that was 1 tablespoon of grapeseed oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to add some seasoning to that. Oops. It's not coming out of there. I wiped the top down last night, so it may be why. So we have our Tony Chachere's no salt seasoning. We have some cayenne pepper. We're not going to use a lot, just a little bit, like maybe about a teaspoon. We're going to use a little bit of pepper. I tell you what, my thumb has been hurting because I think I've been holding my phone too much, so I need to actually put that phone down. Okay. We're going to take our little spoon here, and we are going to pour this mixture over the potatoes. Okay, and then we're just going to mix that around. You know, I like a little bit of kosher. Make sure I get all of that. You guys know me. I like a little bit of kosher salt on my potatoes. We don't really use salt on there, but for some reason kosher salt is really good. I'm going to put a little bit of minced onion. Also, a little bit more pepper. I just like mine kind of seasoned up really well. Okay, then we're just stirring all that around. Just to mix that up real good. Okay. Add a little bit of garlic powder. Okay. Just mix that around. Make sure everything is mixed up really well. Okay. Okay, I just added a little bit of parsley to that, if you can see it. So there's the parsley flakes, and I just sprinkled a little bit on there. So I am going to take my pan, and I'm going to spray the pan just so it doesn't stick. And I'm only going to put the potatoes on one side, okay, because the other side is going to be for my shrimp. Just kind of move those over. So there you are for the potatoes. Don't they look nice? They do. They look really nice. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the oven for 15 minutes on 425. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare our shrimp. So I'm going to use the same bowl that I melted the butter in, because we have some more butter that we need to melt. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there, and I'm going to go ahead and melt this in the microwave. So I'm going to take my shrimp and I'm going to put them in the same container that I have still a bunch of seasoning in. Okay, and I already washed my shrimp. Okay, so that's still seasoned up. Alright, so some of that seasoning from the potatoes is now on the shrimp. So we're just going to, so that's done in the microwave. So we're going to add some seasoning to this. Ooh, it's making it boil. No, I don't want it too spicy. Okay, so let's just mix this up. See what we have going on here. And then we're going to pour this mixture onto our shrimp. Oh, that's a little hot. Okay, oops. So this morning, or this afternoon, this is for lunch. And this, of course, is not one of the healthy vegan meals, right? But you could, if you're a pescatarian, you know, you could do this for pescatarians. I'm going to go ahead and season it up some more. Okay, add a little more of all of my seasoning here. Let's add a little bit of this onion also. Okay, let's stir this together. Make sure everything is seasoned up really well. Okay, we're just going to allow this to just sit until the rest of this stuff is complete. And I'm going to go ahead and rinse off. I'm going to rinse off my dishes here besides this one. I'm going to rinse off the butter dish here and my fork, stuff like that I'm not going to need. Start making our sauce for the shrimp. So we're going to need 1 teaspoon, okay, a teaspoon of garlic, okay, and then we're going to need, there's already 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we need 2 tablespoons of honey. And we're just going to pour the honey like this. So that's one. You know what, I'm not going to use a whole two because we don't have like a lot of shrimp. Okay. And then we're going to whisk all of that together. Okay, so we just take our whisk and we're just going to whisk that together. So we just want this to be mixed up really well. Is we're going to take our shrimp and we're going to put our shrimp on the other half. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this just a little bit just to make sure. Looks like it's kind of oily already. Oops, I lost one. Just make sure this is good here. So we're going to take our shrimp and put it on this half. Okay. Okay, so put our shrimp in a single layer. So that's on a single layer, almost a singer. And then we've already stirred this up, our little mixture here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this mixture that we have, and we're going to mix it. So I don't know, I think my camera may have turned off. So what's in here is honey, garlic, and butter. And I'll put the amounts, measurements in the description if it didn't come out on the video. Okay, so we just make sure we have all of the shrimp covered. Let's move this. Don't want to touch that because it's probably hot. Okay, if you want to add something else, you want to delete it, you want to modify it, you do whatever you want to do. This is just how I'm making it. So this is only going to stay in the oven for about 6 more minutes because we're just going to, let me see how this, oh, no, I'll worry about it. You know me, waste not, want not. So I'm going to leave that alone. Just make sure that's covered there. We're going to make sure this just comes out a little bit pink. I'm going to spread them out a little bit so they're not just touching that much and they all can do their own little thing. Okay. And then stay on this side and the potatoes can finish on the other side. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven for about 6 minutes. And then let's see if this is still hot. No, it's cooled off. Okay, so that's what we have right now. Okay, here we are. Here's the finished product. We have our shrimp, and then we have our potatoes. So to be honest with you guys, my oven turned off in the middle of trying to prepare this, so I threw these in the potatoes in the air fryer. and I cooked them for about 8 minutes because they were almost done because of the oven. So that's what I have here. That's why they look the way that they do, because I had them in the air fryer because my oven turned off. Okay, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you guys. Bye.